Hello and welcome back. More powered synergy cube. Well, there's a soul ring. It's interesting that the cube puts a soul ring right here. I think normally on the vintage cube it puts like the power at the top left. So I wonder what the sorting algorithm is. Is it based on pick rate? Because that could actually make sense because there are 3 volcanic islands. So if it counts volcanic island as like 1 unit, then it would have the highest pick rate out of any card because there's 3 of them. At least I would assume. But anyway, Soul Ring seems good. You could take Inquisition is an okay first pick. Ponder I like. Otherwise, not a whole lot. I'll take Soul Ring. I did hype it up as being not like an auto pick in this cube, but it's still good. Like, and you can go Soul Ring into Master of Ethereum and just have a sweet deck, which I think I'm gonna do. Artifacts is just the best possible home for Soul Ring. And I don't think I've had a Mishra's Workshop or Tolarian Academy yet. So that'll be interesting. That's a Yawgmoth's Will. That's fun. There's a Lion Sash. I do love Lion Sash. I think it's particularly strong in this cube because it's one of the few ways to like interact with graveyards. Plus, there's a lot of fetch land, so this just grows out of control really quickly. So I think I'm going to take that. Portable Hole, Eager Wellspring are also good. Wellspring being potentially better. I feel like I had this literal exact pick before. Maybe someone else who remembers better can, but I think it was like Wellspring versus Lion Sash. And I took the Lion Sash hoping to wheel the Wellspring, and then I didn't. I think I still take Lion Sash in this spot, just because it's so good. Then here, ooh, we can go Oswald. Pretty sad I passed that Acre Wellspring, but I've yet to do Oswald stuff. I don't even know if it's optimal, but he's just a fun Magic card. Being able to tutor up like 2s and then 3s, really good with Scrap Trawler, because you build up your chain. So that you have like a 0, 1, 2, and 3 in your graveyard. And then you have Scrap Trawler, so then you can go down the chain once you're ready to start comboing. Here, the Grafted War Gear, a Tinker, Restoration Angel is pretty good. I think the War Gear in this deck is going to be quite strong. We could plan to hopefully wheel some of these blue-white cards. It's looking like Artifacts isn't super open, but maybe the blue-white color pairing is. Well, I don't know. There's March, Paradise Mantle, Signal Pest. Signal Pest Grafted War Gear is kind of spicy. March just killing anything is good, but I kind of really do like cementing myself into archetypes, and taking Signal Pest lets me draft aggressive artifacts, which is something I haven't been able to draft yet. You gotta remember, this isn't just me drafting to win every single game. I can do that whenever I want. This is me trying to like check out and test all of the archetypes in this format while it's on Magic Online. And you know, sometimes when you're doing different objectives rather than just maximizing win rate purely, you make some interesting picks, and I think it leads to more diverse gameplay and stuff too. Taking this, basically, like, I know how March of Otherworldly Light plays out. I think if I was drafting this super competitively, I would take it because if Artifacts was cut, I would have no problem just moving into a different archetype. But because I really want to draft Artifacts, specifically Artifact Aggro, because I haven't seen how it works on Magic Online, I'm leaning more into that. Hope of Gearper is actually pretty interesting. Goblin Welder I like too, but I think I'm going to take the Hope. Tide Hollow Scholar is good. Probably better than Hope of Gearper if I end up like black-white artifacts. But the Master of Ethereum I think makes all of these cards a lot stronger. Same with Grafted War Gear. Like, Grafted War Gear and Hope of Gearper suddenly are just hitting for 4 in the air. Okay, there's a Rabbit Battery. There's also just a Ponder. Actually, I like Rabbit Battery with Oswald, so I might have missed out on my Goblin Welder, but I think this is good enough. It also can just give haste and buff your team. Ooh, Ingenious Smith versus Springleaf Drum. I feel like this is actually a Springleaf Drum deck because we have Ornithopter and some cheap stuff, so we're going to run a very low land count, at least I hope. Smith is great. I love Ingenious Smith, but taking the Drum, taking the Wellspring. I love this. Okay. Corpse Knight, Ravenous Intruder. I mean, I have Rabbit Battery. This could actually be the Atog deck. I don't think I'm playing a Lotus Bloom. I am a bit suspicious of Ravenous Intruder in this cube. It was included, you know, specifically for decks like this, Eager Wellspring, that need sack outlets. It's just a bit weird that this itself is not an artifact. Like, Arcbound Ravager is just infinitely better than this. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but the fact that it's also colored is like you can't cast it off Mishra's Workshop or anything like that. I will take a Sacred Foundry. I like Oust, but I also like casting my spells. Breeding Pool, Inferno Grasp. I'll take Breeding Pool because there could be like a... Wow, green is open. This is what I've learned. There could be like a blue-white fetch or something. Or green-white fetch. Skull Clamp. Sorry, Strip Mine. Strip Mine is a sweet card. But you just... Skull Clamp is probably one of the best possible cards in this cube. I think it's better than Ancestral in most decks. Obviously not in Storm, but... Any deck that can take advantage of this, you're going to draw 6 cards or something. You do have to spend mana though, so I guess that's worth considering. I'm going to take it, hope to wield the Canonist or the Tundra. But Clamp is just sweet. Here's a Patchwork Automaton. Really setting up for that Mishra's Workshop if I can ever find it. Psymaster Thopterist, I think is worse than the Patchwork. I'll just take this. The colorless cards also make my mana fixing less important. Like, it's hard to get mana screwed when half the cards in your deck cost colorless mana. Sword of the Meek, Chain Lightning, Lotus Petal, interesting. Lingering Souls, to a lesser extent, Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes helps with my deck being super aggressive. Chain Lightning is like my first piece of removal, although I guess I might just take Dismember, because Chain Lightning is going to be hard to cast here. I like Mom. Yeah, I'm looking pretty aggressive. I'm just going to take Mother of Runes. Sword of the Meek hopefully comes around, and if it does, I'll take it. But it's like, if someone gets into Thopter Sword combos, I don't even know if that's going to cut too much from my deck, because that's going to move more into the blue heavy deck. And I'm looking to be red-white, which is typically where you end up in aggressive artifact. There it is. Ooh, man. Mox Opal and Nettle Cyst. Oh boy. I think it's just gotta be Mox Opal. This card's ridiculous. Tapping for mana of any color is insane, because one of the biggest issues with regular Moxen is they add off colors, which is still fine in a deck like this. Like, I would take pretty much any Mox fairly highly. But in this deck in particular, it's so good because it can fix for all of our colors. Nettle Cyst I like, but I just think there's like no chance Mox Opal comes around, but a fairly decent chance that Nettle Cyst does. Ooh, Gadrak? Gadrak is big. Phyrexian Revoker is good. I'm kind of... I think if I knew I wasn't going to get Mishra's Workshop or Tolarian Academy, Gadrak might be the pick here. He's just huge. Like, he's a 3-mana 5/4 flyer that just kills stuff. But Phyrexian Revoker is really good. And then Lasheel is also nice, but I think Lasheel comes around. I'm going to take the Revoker. Shutting down your opponents is a good game plan. I think I gotta take Swords. I love Thought Monitor, but I need my first removal spell, and might as well be the best removal spell in the cube, right? Here we have Scrap Heap Scrounger, Blooded Strand, the Healy. I think I'll just pick up the Scrounger. We're really looking for this Mishra's Workshop in pack 3, or a Tolarian Academy. Like, I think Artifact is wide open. Ooh, okay. Beaumont Courier, Zabaz. I guess are the two here. Zabaz is pretty fun. Also can sacrifice your stuff. Beaumont Courier is great though. Like, this deck can play its hand very quickly, and having this to just refill your hand, I think I like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Courier. Zabaz is good though. Well, we got our Tundra. Like that. If I had the fixing for it, I would take Preordain, I think. But like, I can't even necessarily play this Master of Ethereum yet. So in general, you just take the fixing before you take the cards you're splashing. I think tends to be a good approach. Here, not a whole lot for us. Phyrexian Tower going that late is wild. I guess I'll take Enlightened Tutor because Nettle Cyst, if it comes around, will be great. Wow, Chain Lightning came around. I will play that card. I'm actually lower on Enlightened Tutor than a lot of people are, even though it gets almost any card in my deck. Someone took the Nettle Cyst. That's kind of annoying. I think I'm actually going to take this Triome, although we're pretty weak to unfair decks. Alright, I'll take Thalia. Yeah, someone took the Nettle Cyst. That's a bit unfortunate, actually. This deck could use a bit more card draw, but also Gadrak is huge. We'll take Lasheel, I don't know. I think both are good options. Jeskai Ascendancy is kind of interesting. It doesn't really work with the Thalia game plan, but it's interesting. Yeah, I can't believe someone took Nettle Cyst. I mean, I can. It's a very good magic card. There's Cranial Plating, Wasteland. Oof. I think I gotta take the Plating. It powers up this deck so much, but I would love to get Wasteland. I don't think it's gonna come around though. Aether Vial, Thraben Inspector, Gaia's Cradle. I have some amount of creatures, but this deck can't really take advantage of creature mana so well. I could just take Windswept Heath. Helps fix my mana a bit. Thraben Inspector's good too. I mean, Aether Vial on 3 doesn't do a whole lot. Aether Vial on 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's pretty good. I'm gonna take the fixing first, I think. I already have tons of playables. I wonder what other deck picked up Nettle Cyst. Oh, it's gotta be the deck that took Sword of the Meek. That's right, that didn't come around either. So, someone else is doing artifact stuff. And it's crazy that my archetype can feel this open while someone else is also drafting it, but I basically set it up so that... Oh yeah, the Thought Monitor didn't come around either. I set it up so that there should be support for 2 archetypes, 1 aggressive and 1 combo, and it's nice to see that kind of working out here. They probably have all the crazy mana lands, so they're probably a much stronger deck than mine, but I do have Skullclamp, Soul Ring, Mox Opal. So that's not nothing. Scheming Fence is a good card. It's sort of a double splash. I also like Bygone Bishop. It's a good top-end card. It creates artifacts, which you can sacrifice to Oswald. They can grow stuff for Cranial Plating or Master of Ethereum. The flying is fairly relevant, because Misty Rainforest doesn't get Sacred Foundry, so I don't think I'm taking that. Scheming Fence is a double splash, so like it's something I would like, but I don't know how hard I can go on it. Welcoming Vampire I think is just better actually than the other one I was considering, so I'm happy about getting that. Steam Vents could help, but we're mostly mono white at this point. Scalding Tarn. Ooh, Michiko's Rain of Truth. There we go. That's a magic card. I love Scalding Tarn and all that, but Michiko's is the real deal. Mono Skellion versus Silver Raven. Ooh, versus Galvanic Blast. I mean, this deck's getting very aggressive. I just can't cast any of my spells. I think that's fine, though. Cranial Plating and Michiko's now makes Enlightened Tutor a little bit better. I don't even think I need to play this Atog, which I think that card probably will just get cut from the cube. We'll see, though. Potentially same with Rabbit Battery, at least cut from my deck. Oof, Prismatic Ending and Arid Mesa. I mean, Prismatic Ending is so good. I think I might just end up mono white or very nearly there. I'm just going to take the ending. This card's so strong. Like, I could maybe just be splashing a Galvanic Blast Master of Ethereum type situation. There's a Prophetic Prism, though. That helps tremendously. Dockside Extortionist is particularly good against me. But now I have Springleaf Drum, Mox, Opal, and Prism to give me 3 of each colored source, and then Windswept Heath plus this. So I have 5 red and 5 blue just for free. I think that's probably enough, at least for these cards. Here... Does Bloodstained Mire get both? No, it just gets Sacred Foundry. That might be enough. Wheel of Fortune is kind of interesting too. I don't think my deck needs it. I actually have some amount of staying power. So right now Bloodstained Mire grabs Sacred Foundry. If I can get like a blue-black duel or something, a Steam Vents maybe, then this fetch will be a lot better. Ooh, Thraben Inspector versus Aether Vial. I think I have the mana. I don't... Well, if I play Aether Vial, I can run even lower on lands. I think the Inspector is just too sweet, though. It's pretty good with Welcoming Vampire, Bygone Bishop. I don't know. That pick is tough. Misty Rainforest gets both, so that's really good fixing. And then Intruder Alarm. I don't have Goblin Weld or anything, so I don't know. I'll take it, sure. Paradoxical Outcome. Honestly, could be good in this deck. I don't know for sure if it is. Altar of Dementia also could be good. I think I'll side it in for matchups where the board gets cleared up. I mean, we have so many cheap artifacts that PO can just... It's like very contradictory to what the game plan of the deck is, but it's so strong. We have so many 1-drops. We have Soul Ring, Mox Opal, Ornithopter, Springleaf Drum. I'm kind of here for Paradoxical. Alright, what are we doing? Cutting Bygone Bishop and... Enlightened Tutor for Soul Ring is a pretty sweet line, but Can I get this paradoxical in here? If I put 6, it'll be 11 lands. Alright, so I think I settled on this for now. I went with a much lower curve. I cut the shield, which is a bit unfortunate, but it lets me run fewer lands. Right now I'm running 12 lands with Mox Opal and stuff. It's very low, but I have Mox Opal, Soul Ring, Springleaf Drum, and then Enlightened Tutor for any of those, so I think it seems okay. I don't know, let's do it, let's try it out. First time with all-in Artifact aggro. See you all round 1. Well, this hand is very unfortunate. It's so close to being good. Our low land count just hurting us there. This hand's good though. Pretty happy about this. We get to go Thraben Inspector, Oswald, Eager Wellspring type stuff. Grafted Wargear on the Inspector will be good. What do I put on the bottom? I'm gonna keep this. Did they mulligan? They mulliganed as well. Welcoming Vampire is pretty nice. Especially with Oswald, I could just start like sacking stuff. Good luck, have fun, thanks for the cube. Hey, no problem. Part of me wants to get rid of Grafted Wargear. Is that crazy? I'm just gonna fetch the Wargear off the Oswald. I think having 2 3-drops is an easy way to get kind of screwed. And I think Welcoming Vampire and drawing me into other stuff is kind of where I want to be. Could be wrong though. Ooh, Automaton. Okay. Well, now I regret. If I had Automaton, then I would have kept the Wargear over Vampire because Wargear on Automaton is just really scary. Although I guess that gives them an easy way to kill the card because they could just kill the Wargear and not the Automaton. Let's play out the Oswald. Yeah, I'm gonna play out the Oswald. It's gonna draw me a bunch of cards next turn. I get to go Eager Wellspring, sack Eager Wellspring, grab Cranial Plating or Master of Ethereum. Probably not Cranial Plating. Grafted Wargear. So putting Grafted Wargear on the bottom also lets me do Oswald stuff, which I think is great. Okay, they're crewing the Copter. Hopefully, if they don't have removal, this turn is good for me. They discarded Ancient Grudge? Okay, well, that's kind of an issue. Main deck Grudge, you hate to see it. But they play the Goose instead. Okay. Oh no, they have a land. Okay, it's Field of the Dead. Alright, main deck Ancient Grudge. That's something to be worried about. I like Thalia, but I think I need to get something in place. Let's go Eager Wellspring. Chain Lightning. Okay, let's stack the Wellspring. Draw another card. Mox Opal is quite good here. So they can Ancient Grudge. I think I'd rather lose Master of Ethereum than Grafted Wargear because Grafted Wargear also kills my Thraben Inspector. Let's grab Master. Play the Opal. I guess they might also just kill Mox Opal. And then we're going to use this for red to Chain Lightning down the Giver of Runes. Then pass turn. This can happen only on your turn, only as a sorcery. Okay, so I can't, in response to their removal, you know, chain anything away with Oswald. But I get to go like Thalia Patchwork Automaton. Or if I draw land, Welcoming Vampire Thalia, which would be, I think, the best situation. Ooh, Tireless Tracker. Kind of regret playing my removal spell early, but I think it's alright. Play Breeding Pool untapped, they can crack the Clue, or they play it tapped. Okay, so I can force them to Ancient Grudge right away by playing Thalia first. They have 1 card in hand, so we might actually win on the card advantage race too. The biggest concern here is Field of the Dead. And obviously Tireless Tracker. Okay, so they're just going to grudge. Okay, they grudge the Master of Ethereum right away. That's pretty good, I think. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's better that than hitting my mana, I believe, because we have Welcoming Vampire stuff. Then I take 3. They are getting aggressive, which I think is correct. Discarding Strip Mine. Okay. They might have like Ramen Up Excavator then. So we need to be a little bit protective. Ooh, that's nice. So we get to go Springleaf Drum, which effectively costs 0 mana because we have Mox Opal. Then I can 1, 2, 3, 4. I can weld this clue into a Soul Ring, and that'll let me go Welcoming Vampire Thalia. Right? I have right now 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, so I can go Thalia Patchwork, but I want to draw cards off the Vampire. If I turn this into a Soul Ring, then I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so let's do that. Getting Skull Clamp will also be good, but I can maybe do that next turn. And we go Welcoming Vampire. And I'm not going to block with this, so I may as well just tap it. And then get in my hit with Thraben Inspector. Galvanic Blast. Okay, that'll be great. Attack for 1. It does cost 2 to play Galvanic Blast, but I think that's fine. Ooh, they have a fetch? Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, 3 clues is a lot, but again, I could just weld the Mox Opal into a Skull Clamp if things get sketchy, and I have an active Welcoming Vampire, so we should be able to keep up in that race. Field of the Dead is a little bit scary, but we could also set up for Grafted War Gear. Start hitting in the air. I guess it depends. Do we want to Galvanic Blast their face, or the Thopter, or the Tireless Tracker? That's the real question. Ah, giving me the chance to block. I respect it. It would be fun if I blocked, and then they started sacking clues, and then I blasted the Tireless Tracker. I don't like this. Solitude hitting the Welcoming Vampire? Yikes. Now we're in trouble for sure. Yep. Gain life equal to its power. Alright, no vampire. What do we do now? We also draw a land, which I don't love. That was my flyer too. Go ahead and play the Patchwork. Then we can Oswald the Springleaf Drum away. Oh, Lion Sash is pretty good too, right? That thing just gets huge. I kind of like the play of Lion Sash to prevent their fetch synergies and then just killing the Tireless Trackers so they don't go too deep. I play my land and I just kill this now. Then I can attack with Thalia. No, I can't because they crew the copter. That would be bad. Okay. So we don't do that. Okay, it's an expensive Reckless Impulse. I feel like just cracking clues is better. They can Chatterstorm for 2. No, they can't. Wow, that went really well for me. They could play it next turn, I guess. The Kabu is really big. That card's scary. But it is interesting they didn't want to just crack a clue instead. But they're not attacking with the Copter, which is good. So let's eat their Strip Mine. Marshplats. Tireless Tracker. It's gonna be a really big Lion Sash. Hope of Girapur. So that can grow the Patchwork Automaton, and then I can turn this into a Cranial Plating. Seems good. Let's get aggressive. Do that. Then we Oswald it away. And I'm gonna grab Phyrexian Revoker. Can this name Clue? I don't think so. Let's just Cranial Plating. And then we equip this to Thalia. And then I attack for a bunch of damage. Yeah, Oswald is just absolutely very, very good. So they crack a clue that gives them a bit more information. They can loot with the Copter if they want to, but they would have to sacrifice, you know, just lose the creature basically. And they chump with the Goose. So let's eat their Giver runes. And I want to grow this anyway. I think I'm going to exile my own Springleaf Drum. And then I'll hold up 2 mana to eat stuff from their graveyard at instant speed. They fall to 11. So the red cards in my deck are gone, and the blue cards are gone, so Mox Opal's not necessary. So I can just weld that away. They play the Kavu. They could play Chatterstorm to make 2 squirrels. Yep. Oh, they're crewing the Copter. Okay. I mean, that makes sense, right? They gotta kill me somehow, and they just have a bunch of blockers to get there. Maybe sacking Hope of Girapur was a mistake because it was like my 1 flyer. And I could reconfigure stuff onto it. They have 2 blockers right now, which is not a lot. Honestly, they could just block with Patchwork Automaton. Not doing a whole lot more for me. And getting rid of their lifelinker seems good. Then I eat their graveyard, eat Solitude, and I eat the land. We draw a land which I guess does have targets. I can weld the Soul Ring into a Prophetic Prism. Maybe that's actually better than killing Mox Opal for Skull Clamp. Fetching makes me die in 3 hits from the Copter, which is relevant as well. They have to double chump. No, I think I like welding Mox Opal away. Ooh, Signal Pest. Yeah, that one's pretty good too. Just set up to like one-shot them next turn. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. Skull Clamp on Thraben Inspector doesn't do a whole lot for me. And they pretty much need to block these two, right? This is going to be 6 plus 8. So this gets chumped by the Squirrel. And Territorial Kavu has to die here, I think. Yeah, I like Signal Pest. The most threatening. We do that, we move to combat. Swing with these two. They have to block, at least one of them. Okay, they do that. I fall to 8. Then I re-equip this over here. This is an 8/9. I guess I have the mana, right? Let's equip this here as well. And then pass turn. I think I should have done it in the opposite order. I don't want to trade off with Signal Pest. So this just makes it easier to kill. That was a mistake. Okay, they're going in with the Copter. Oh, they discard Isochron Scepter. That makes sense. That's pretty expensive. No blocks. Ooh, they gotta shock it in. Alright, a lot of stuff is lethal now. Kraken Clues. I mean, there aren't many cards that get him out of this position now. I equipped the Lion Sash to Thraben Inspector, so like Dam doesn't work, Sorcery Speed Removal doesn't work. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, that's not good for them. They're just squandered resourcing into Kraken Clues. Okay, Oswald takes it down. So they're on lands. They have main deck Ancient Grudge. And I feel like that was a pretty good matchup for me. So let's just keep it as is. Also, any doubts I had about Oswald were completely removed that game. This card, I mean, pretty much just won me that game. He's so good. So very happy how that went. Yeah, this hand's good. We got Thraben Inspector. I think I want to fetch Arid Mirror, the red-white land with Bloodstained Mire. Oof, there's an Eco Wellspring too. You love to see it. Grab Sacred Foundry. Yeah, that gives me my red mana. Play this dude. Next turn I can go Scrap Heap, Scrounger, Mox Opal if I really want to. A bit worried about Ancient Grudge. Okay, there's a Copter. I think for the sake of... Well, let's see. I can fetch up a Tundra. Then... I cannot... Oh, I can go Hope of Gear Mox Opal Prismatic Ending? That seems pretty good. Red, white, exile the Copter. Hit them for 1. Preventing my opponent from looting, I think, seems really important. Because if they had the... What is it? Territorial Kavu, they probably would have played it last turn. Yeah, if they just squandered resources, go. Seems pretty good. The card is scary. I want a Phyrexian Revoker squandered resources because it's good with like Titania, Corvold, Slogurk. Like there's a lot of stuff that makes that card frightening. Patchwork Automaton was such a good draw. Play you. Play land, well, I don't want to crack the clue. Play Scrap Heap. Grow the dude. Attack them. I'm not going to sack Hope of Gear, I'm actually more scared of creature spells. If you could sack this and just prevent your opponent from casting any spells, maybe I would, but like the scariest thing they can do right now is go like fetch land into Titania. But I don't think they have that because they would have made that play much faster than they are currently. Also a lot of tapped lands. Oh, maybe it is Titania. Yep, alright. Titania, get back Arid Mesa. I mean, that's a pretty big army. I don't know if I can beat this, to be honest. Alright, future reference. Just kill squandered resources when it comes into play. That card's ridiculous. Right, they're gonna have so much power. I can chump block some of it. Scrap Heap Scrounger can trade with it on offense, but this is not a good position to be in. Oh, jeez. They could just go like Ramanop Excavator, like play all of these, or sack all of these, play Ramanop, get all their lands back. The even more frightening thought means that they have playables in hand. So let's go ahead and go Seeker Wellspring, grow this guy, draw a card. Soul Ring's good. Soul Ring. I think I'm going to use this to crack a clue. Play a mountain. Cast Beaumont Courier. Probably nowhere near enough though. Can attack them in the air. And with this, I need to play another card with Patchwork, but I think I'm just taking lethal from these elementals. Unless they don't sacrifice end of turn. Ooh, that's potentially huge for me, depending on what spells they have coming down next. Because I think basically the way I win this is getting more time. Giver of Runes. Huh, they could have done that last turn, and then they'd have an untapped Giver of Runes with Titanium. Be pretty good. We'll see what happens. I need to draw a land to make Patchwork Automaton into a 6/6, I think. Or not a land, a spell. I don't want to draw a land. Oh, that's actually really good. Alright, Lion Sash. Show me what you got. We do this. Lion Sash is so good. Okay, so we have Lion Sash. We're going to start eating cards from their graveyard. The fetch land is the scariest. And I think I'm just going to keep Beaumont Courier back on defense. Eat that. I need to kill them in like 2 turns, I think. Although, I could just make this thing huge. Eat that. Eat the breeding pool. They can make 4 creatures. So, I can attack with Patchwork Automaton as a 6/6. They would need to block it with 2. I'm just trying to think how I don't die, right? They can make 20 power. And they would have 25 power in play. And I would need 3 blockers to go to 1. So really 4 blockers with Giver of Runes. Attacking with Patchwork Automaton doesn't force them into anything. But Giver of Runes makes this complicated. Lion Sash into a 4/4, attach to Hope of Gearper, make it a 5/5 flyer. Hit them with just that. I have 3 blockers back, they have 25 power. And they just attack and kill here. Here and here. That blocks 15. I think it blocks 15 power. Yeah, 25 they swing out. I block here, I take 20, 15, 10. So I think I actually do go for the 2-turn kill here. Exile this. And then I reconfigure onto the Hope of Gearper. Go for the 2-turn kill. Which I don't know if I can do actually, but I guess we'll find out. This is not lethal if I attack with both. I don't know. I'm making this attack. If it's correct or not, we will find out. Oh, they had Second Sunrise? Oof. They had Second Sunrise last game, but I just had Lion Sash. They also didn't make an army end of turn. I think they're probably playing this too conservatively. Unless they have like Ancient Grudge. But if they have Ancient Grudge, they could have just killed me instantly, so... What do they have for 5 mana? Solitude? Oh, so they can't Lion Sash it? Okay. Alright. That's pretty good. They could have just waited, but I guess because it's equipped, they couldn't do a whole lot. I do get to gain 4 life off of this. But yeah, Lion Sash does some work. Prophetic Prism definitely helps. Play that. Throw this guy. Phyrexian Revoker? Oh, that could be game over. Let's do... this? Yeah, we just name squandered resources here. They have to sack their whole board in response if they want to. Okay. Squandered resources. I think that's the name, because now they just have Titania, and I could just grow this Lion Sash out of control. Although I have these big creatures, what if I name Giver of Runes instead? Then they just make a huge army. I gotta name this card. So now, I guess I just wait, right? I'm not in a huge rush anymore. Trying to think. I can make Phyrexian Revoker into a 7/7. Or make Lion Sash into a 7/7. I think I'm just gonna wait a turn. I'm not in a rush, right? I attack with Patchwork Automaton, they just give it protection from stuff. I just need to draw a removal spell for Giver of Runes. And if I can make Beaumont Courier big enough with Lion Sash, then maybe I can grow it. Let's grow Bloodstained Mire. The thing is too, my opponent just said they don't know if sacking their board there was good enough. I think in the position they're in now, it's probably best just to wait. But in the position they were before, I think if they sacked everything, they could have been in a good spot. But the problem is if they sack their whole board, then I just name Giver of Runes with the Revoker. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, let's do that now. Oh, they didn't even activate? Alright, they're just off it, I guess. So let's equip this here to the Beaumont. Actually, let's just go to Thraben Inspector. It's a 7/8, an 8/8, and a 1/1. Because I want to be able to put Beaumont Courier in their graveyard. That way I can draw a card and then activate Lion Sash more. I don't know, opponent. They said my top decks are better than theirs, but I think their top decks have been pretty decent as well. I mean, they had Titania Squandered Resources Fast Spawn, which is kind of what you're looking for. Let's exile Beaumont Courier. And then I think I play this land and equip this to the Phyrexian Revoker. That way it's harder for them to kill it with a removal spell. Because Squandered Resources is like the one card that gets them back into this. Gilded Goose can buy them a little time. Then we eat their Solitude. Look at this Lion Sash. This is why I take Lion Sash so highly in this format. 10/9. Grafted Wargear. Very good. Equip this. Well, I kind of like keeping this on the Revoker. No, let's just unattach. With Soul Ring. Then I can go Grafted Wargear. Attach to Thraben Inspector. Grow the Patchwork. Maybe this was a mistake. If they have a removal spell for Phyrexian Revoker, like if they draw a Lightning Bolt, I just super die. But that does not appear to be the case. Alright, those die. Just pass turn. Yeah, Phyrexian Revoker on Squandered Resource is really clutch in this matchup. Reckless Impulse. Strip Mine, Gitrog Monster. Pretty good. GG's, good luck next to you too. Alright, that was great. This deck performed really well. The low curve just meant my deck was full of top decks. Again, I'm running 12 land. So, you know, I'm just going to have action the whole time. This is like the expected number of lands I would draw mostly. And it worked out great. See you all next round. Alright, we're playing against Ellie from Cairo. This hand is great. Alright, I'm coming around to this whole Enlightened Tutor situation because I could just grab Soul Ring. And if I draw Mox Opal, like if I draw one of Mox Opal or Soul Ring, this hand's going to just pop off. Particularly Mox Opal would be nice. Chromatic Sphere. Swamp Chromatic Sphere is a very specific opening. Tells me a lot of stuff. Interesting. Do I want to grab Soul Ring? I think I'm playing Plains. Question is, what do I want to do? I think Soul Ring's good. I have Skull Clamp, so I just get a lot of value this way. Because the Dexter I could do something cool like Chain Lightning plus Scrap Heap Scrounger. Opponent has like a Baleful Strix here. Question is, if they do play Baleful Strix, do I kill it? Because that card can get... Oh, well, I'm killing that for sure. That makes it easy. Let's Enlighten Tutor for Soul Ring. Then we go land, Soul Ring. And I want to Chain Lightning first because that card getting Daze would be kind of rough. Can't let them have Dark Confidant out there. Then we play Scrounger. Next turn I can equip Grafted Wargear and Skull Clamp to the Scrounger. It's going to be scary. Well, that's rude. Quite rude indeed. I cannot play Grafted Wargear. Okay, now I can. Bloodstained Mire. Fetch. Yeah, I think I do just play the War Gear. My opponent has so much mana now. This is 6 damage coming in. Oh, my turn would have been so sick if they didn't steal the Soul Ring, but that's fine. I mean, that's why this card's in the cube, right? Thieving Skydiver. It's just very good against artifacts. Because normally you're supposed to have stuff like Workshop or Tolarian Academy. I don't think I've had either one of those. Batterskull is big. Hardcast Batterskull is an interesting sequence. I can Swords the Batterskull, but then they equip to the Skydiver. So I think what I do is I equip Skull Clamp to the Scrap Heap and attack. And then I Sword the Skydiver when they if they block and trade and then equip to the Thieving Skydiver. Draw 2. Ooh, Ornithopter? Sure. Cast this. Equip War Gear. Inconspicuously not equip anything else here. Nobody's ever gonna notice that I didn't equip the Skull Clamp to the Ornithopter. Nobody in the world. Oof. Oof. Get out of here. Super time walk. Oh, I love it. Master of Ethereum I can't actually cast yet. Let's equip here. And then I could play Thurban Inspector, but I feel like Prophetic Prison is actually more mana efficient, especially for that reason. I can grab Tundra now, play Thraben Inspector, and then I have blue for Master of Ethereum. This deck is insane. I am digging it. Also, I can unequip Grafted War Gear if I want to just draw cards off Skull Clamp. Baleful Strix. Ooh, with Batterskull equip? Okay. Ooh, Etched Champion with Batterskull equip is also scary, but they don't do either. That's something. I think in theory this deck can Prismatic Ending a Batterskull. Oh, that's good. Pretty good card. Don't know how much it helps me, right? They're just gonna Etched Champion plus Batterskull. Yeah, I mean, I think I still do Michiko's here. It's just a lot of damage. So it just forces the Baleful Strix block. The 10-9. Yeah. It's unfortunate they had both of those. Their deck looks sweet, though. That gets it out of the way, so that I can take over the game in the air if I need to. I get to draw 2 cards, so hopefully I hit a land. I don't, but I do have Galvanic Blast. Huh. I can also get back Scrap Heap Scrounger. I think I just passed turn because getting back Scrap Heap Scrounger actually seems kind of good because then Etched Champion doesn't have protection from it. I think I'm on board with that. We're just going to set up for like this huge Scrap Heap Scrounger swing because they gain 7, 6. Yeah, and if I had any way to kill one more artifact, I could bolt the Etched Champion here. Take 6. I'm not dying instantly. Okay, it's another artifact, which is a little rough. Bird. Oh, they have Teshar. That's actually really good to know that they have Teshar. Let's get back Scrap Heap. At black. Scrap Heap Scrounger, exiling Ornithopter. Main phase, we grow this dude. He's a 9/8. Okay, let's equip here. It's big. Definitely big. I'm taking 6, so I think I can go Springleaf Drum because it's basically free. Then I can play Master of Ethereum because it's just huge. And I can bolt the Scrounger, or bolt the Mimic so they kind of just die in 2 turns. The problem is Michiko's isn't going to pump the Scrap Heap Scrounger next turn, so I need to draw like Cranial Plating. I think I just need to hope they don't have Teshar. I think that's my one line towards victory here. Yikes. Well, that's unfortunate. Will be super overkill then. Oh, I guess I could just hit any colorless creature and block the Etched Champion too, right? That would totally work. Scrap Trawler. Yeah, that's a problem. Silver Raven. They don't have any zero costs, but Silver Raven Batterskull is also rough because I don't have any flyers. And if Scrap Trawler dies, they get back Baleful Strix. Alright, we're at 2. This transforms. What are we doing about it? Let's play Mother of Runes. Probably just clamp the mom. I already have my blue cards, so I guess I play Island and use that to clamp Mother of Runes. Thalia doesn't do it. Alright, let's... Yeah, we just gotta start killing our stuff. Let's equip here. Attack with Scrap Heap. Because I just need to find a colorless creature that blocks and a removal spell, which is a lot to ask for sure. Okay, then we equip Grafted Wargear over to the Thraben Inspector, which kills the Scrap Heap Scrounger and draws me some cards. Mox Opal's good. I guess I equip Clamp to the Thraben Inspector using Springleaf Drum. Then I equip Grafted Wargear over to Master. Draw some cards. Cranial Plating and Phyrexian Revoker. Okay, that's something. Let's go Phyrexian Revoker. That can at least block, and I can name Batterskull. That does something. And then I guess I equip Skull Clamp to Portrait of Michiko. And unfortunately I can't equip the Grafted Wargear over to the Revoker. Oh, wait a second. No, that doesn't work. That was a mistake. I forgot that Phyrexian Revoker was a 3-2. I was supposed to equip the Skull Clamp to the Revoker in this spot. Now I just chump with the Revoker. Master of Ethereum. Okay, that didn't... No, I'm just dead to Silver Raven. Alright. Okay. Artifact Mirror. Felt pretty good, actually. I mean, Batterskull is a problem. Them stealing my Soul Ring is a problem. This hand kind of sucks. I guess this hand is fine. We have Prismatic Ending. Signal Pest Scrap Heap. Keep this. Bottom. I guess Basic Island. And we'll play around Wasteland, because Tundra lets me Prismatic Ending for 2. They dismember the Pest. Oh, they have Vault Scourge. Sure. Let's go Ornithopter to block the Vault Scourge. Scrap Heap Scrounger. I mean, this is a start. That Skydive on my Soul Ring last round was, it was something. And here's where I just draw Grafted Wargear, equip it to Signal Pest. Okay, Ornithopter of Paradise is fine. I like Eager Wellspring. Because I can't attack Signal Pest into Vault Scourge right now, and I don't want a Prismatic Ending of Vault Scourge. Oof, Soul Ring is a little bit scary. I think I'm going to hold on to Soul Ring and just attack with the Scrap Heap right now. Alright, there's Master of Ethereum, which makes things very scary. I need to get another colored source of mana. Yeah, because they get to attack for 2, and they're basically taking 0 damage in this spot. Alright, now I'll play Soul Ring. If they have Thieving Skydiver, I'm kind of dead anyway. Attack here. So actually, if I draw red mana, I could just Galvanic Blast the Master. Take 2. They don't do anything. They showed Spell Pierce before. Plains is really rough. I mean, red is like a light splash, so it is what it is. I just don't think Prismatic Ending on Vault Scourge here is a good long-term plan. But I've been wrong before. Because right now they've gained 6, so they would be at 6 life. Maybe I am just playing this way too conservatively. Oh no. Skydiver with Kicker. Not again. Yeah, alright. That's a hard card to beat in this matchup. What are they targeting? Signal Pest? Yep. I wonder what would have been if I had killed the Vault Scourge. I mean, I need to draw red mana right now. Taking 6. Ugh, yeah. I'm just dead. I can't really get out of this. That's unfortunate. That game I just drew really bad. My opponent's deck was sweet though. They had oh, the next draw. No. Oh, we were gonna be in business if we survived one more turn there. I guess let me think this through. I prismatic ending the Vault Scourge, and then I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I die. So yeah, that wouldn't have worked. See you next round. Oh, we're playing against two cool guy. 4 land is a lot, but we have all of our colors and a decent, curve. I think it's worth going for this. Windswept Heath grabs Arid Mesa. When it's going slow. So anything that's not a land, ugh. Okay, a lot of land. I'm literally running 12 land in this deck. Like, drawing 5 land is so... I shouldn't have kept this hand. It was a... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a turn 2 Psy. I think we're in trouble. Oh, we're in deep trouble. Cool. We do have Master of Ethereum. We draw Patchwork Automaton, so both of those help. But Psy is a scary magic card. Yeah, we're so dead. They got all the good stuff. Psy Urza. Yeah. I mean, our deck in theory should be like faster and good, better than this, if we get the front foot, but 5 land is so much for this deck to handle that I don't know how we come back from this. Soul Ring would do something. Actually, Michiko's is good too. So I can attack with... Let's go Master of Ethereum here. Grow my Patchwork. This lets me attack with Hope of Gyruper. And then Michiko's plus Signal Pass does something. Attack here. The 3/3 is not big enough yet. Interesting. They just want to sacrifice it for cards. Makes sense to me. Oh, yeah, they got Workshop. I can't believe I didn't see Workshop or Academy in like any of my artifact drafts. Ooh, Dig Set Engineer is a good one. Yeah. Things are not looking so good. Drafting this cube in League is a little bit frustrating because you could just play against a better version of your deck. Like, they have Workshop, Dig Site, Urza Sai, and Mox Pro. I didn't get any of those, but I think it's still interesting. Also, the construct is never seen this artwork before. It's kind of cool. So somehow my only hope of beating Sai is attacking in the air. But I think they just do the same play as last turn. They block with the Thopter and sack to draw a card. Oh. Oh. Okay. This isn't quite infinite, but they could do some crazy stuff like sacrifice the Patchwork Automaton to bring back the Mox. Use the Mox to recast Dig Set Engineer stuff. Pretty good turn 4 though. What I wouldn't give for a Ratchet Bomb right now. Yep, that land seems fitting. Let's go ahead and go Signal Pest. Grow this dude. Play this, Michiko's. I mean, this is my turn 4. I think it's a good turn 4. They just they went off. So this is a big thing. 5/5, 7/7. I'm not gonna win by... I need them to make some kind of misplay here, so I just swing out. If they untap, I just super lose. But I kind of super lose anyway. Yeah, and then I just pretty much take lethal. I'll let them have a turn. Activate Urza. Oh, they hit Lion Sash. The good one. Yeah, the 1/1 flyers, if they didn't have the flyers off Psy, I probably could have actually done this. They would have taken 2 last turn, 7 this turn, that'd be 9, so they would be at 7. Yeah, they would actually be dead if they didn't have Psy. That's crazy. If they get like super greedy somehow and I draw like a cranial plating, there's still a world in which I could win this. I will take 16 though. They're just gonna get back Ornithopter, yeah. I was gonna say, they're like tapping their flyer, which gives me hope, but they're just gonna have 2 flying blockers on defense now. Although, if they want to cast the Dig Set Engineer stuff, they would need to tap the flying blocker they make off Psy to pay for Dig Side Engineer. Okay, they only have one flying defensive creature. Jeez, what a... Wow, they have like literally everything. Prismatic Ending. Interesting. So I grow this. I mean, honestly, we were fairly close to doing this, I think. Just ending the Ornithopter. I think Cranial Plating would do this. This would be 8 off Signal Pest, 9 from this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cranial Plating would be very close to getting there. Yeah, actually pretty happy with how this deck held up against this crazy nonsense my opponent is doing. And now if they want to block, they have to block with their key creatures. Yeah, like literally just a Ratchet Bomb from this spot I think would... Well, it wouldn't win, but I would have a chance. Well, they block to maximum kill their creatures here. They do keep Urza, but I do that and then I concede. I feel good with how close we got, considering how ridiculous what they were doing was. Altar of Dementia. No, I think I'm best off just being low to the ground and aggressive. Again, I'm literally running 12 lands, so drawing 5 lands there in the first 2 turns is quite the anomaly. I'm gonna keep this hand because I can have dreams of better draws, but my draws have just not lined up these games. I gotta go turn 1 Mom though. Turn 1 Mom's fairly good. If I just draw a spell. I don't know, maybe I should mulligan. Oh, hello, Mr. Cube Creator. I have one of your videos going on my second monitor right now. Well, their deck is awesome. Thank you, this cube is awesome. Thank you. Alright, deck, non-land. Ugh, no, why? Alright, go ahead. This draw is getting really bad. I maybe shouldn't have kept it, but... I don't know. Yeah, we need Prophetic Prism this turn. You know what? That actually helps a lot. That helps so much. Alright, let's go Springleaf Drum. Then, unfortunately, we have to tap Mom. But let's Chain Lightning the Steel Overseer. And I'll hold on to Mox Opal, I guess. And Michiko's doesn't really do anything right now. Alright, now I just need any artifact in this hand can pop off. Master of Ethereum we can kill with Galvanic Blast. We're getting back into this. This draw is much worse for them than the last one was. I probably should have actually sided out Mother of Runes, huh? Artifact. I think any artifact in my deck I can cast. Okay, that works too. Let's get red, kill this dude. Just playing like this weird control list right now. Then I can save swords for Psy or Urza. They can Revoker Springleaf Drum. Yep. Lion Sash. I probably just have to swords the Lion Sash. But we'll see. If I draw like a Master of Ethereum, I probably have to kill the Revoker just so I can cast the spell. Ugh, this game is frustrating. I shouldn't have kept a 3-lander, I guess. That's on me. With Misty, I can sword the Lion Sash. I mean, it's just going to get huge. But I guess I'll wait because I have Mother Runes to protect herself against Lion Sash, and I'd rather counter like Urza or whatever. Or that. That one probably needs to go, huh? The rough part is I can't kill this before they cast a spell. Yeah. Alright, kill this. The thing is, it's a flyer too. I think I just kept a hand that ended up way too reactive. Because the thing is, Mother Runes doesn't even really protect against Lion Sash because they could just equip it to Zabiles or Ornithopter. Take 1. Grab Tundra. Alright, deck. We need some good stuff. No! Come on! Oh, man. I think I'm turbo dead here. Yep, they do the equip thing, so now they can just swing in the air and exile my stuff. I mean, I effectively mulliganed to 5 with the way this hand worked out. because I have these two. Plus with the 2 lands, I like mulligan to 3. So I think this is just my deserved punishment. Felt the removal when I survived the Overseer Master curve out. Alright, let's fetch to get Sacred Foundry. There are very few lands left in my deck. Let's do it. Michiko's, Grow Mom, play Mox Opal, crack a fetch, concede. That's a lot of land. A lot of land indeed. Okay, so that deck, I think the deck was good. I mean, I lost to the 2 artifact mirrors. Those games I drew poorly, but I also kept bad hands, right? So there's like 2 sides to each coin. The thing is, I was explaining my opponent in that last match. I kept a hand with a bunch of removal, which is just not that good because I'm not winning that game if it goes to like turn 6 or 7. I'm winning that game if I kill him on like turn 3. You know, if I have a turn 1 Ornithopter, Signal Pest, Michiko's Reign of Truth type hands, that's how I win because Michiko's can hit them for like 12 damage. If I keep Mother Rune's Mox Opal 3 lands and then don't draw any artifacts the rest of the game, those are very much games that you lose. So something to keep in mind. And I don't know, I would like to play with this deck more because this to me looks like a deck that's very good, but it did really poorly. So I don't know, maybe let me know in the comments. Was it variance? Was it bad deck? Bad mulligan decisions? We'll find out. Thanks for watching. See you all next time.